found it fascinating during the Zuckerberg interview, and we can play the clip here where he talks about the FBI. But throughout what I saw, and I watched about 20, 25 minutes of it, he spent a lot of time saying, hey, he likes the word governance, and he likes to say, look, it's not me. I've created this board over here. I'm not banning anything. I'm not doing anything. That's them. We've and my thinking of governance, I've given it to them. Oh, okay, Mark. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
But here's him with Joe if you want to see it.
All right, yeah, well, since we got off on this tangent, we might as well play it. We got the Biden stuff, though, from
Which
yesterday.
Is awesome.
The speech is awesome, and you don't want to miss it. We'll get to that in a minute, but here's what Zuckerberg had to say on Rogan yesterday.
How do you guys handle things when they're a big news item that's controversial? Like there was a lot of attention on Twitter during the election because of the Hunter Biden laptop story. The New York
we
Post.
had that too.
Yeah, so you guys censored that as well?
So we took a different path than Twitter. Basically the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant. So our protocol is different from Twitter's. What Twitter did is they said you can't share this at all. We didn't do that. No. What we do is we have if something is reported to us as potentially misinformation, important misinformation, we also have this third-party fact-checking program because we don't want to be deciding what's true and false.
Always not me.
For I think it was 5 or 7 days when it was basically being determined whether it was false. The distribution on Facebook was decreased, but people were still allowed to share it. So you could still share it. You could still consume it.
Can you say the distribution
Pause it for a second.
decreased?
This is why conservatives mostly don't even bother with Facebook anymore. Because the
distribution was...
The distribution...
We cut
what
back
he
on the
just said. They cut back on the distribution. So rather than, in some cases, having millions of people see it and share it and all of that.
10.
You might get 10. Or you might get 1,000. Whatever it is, it's just not worth it. I think the record for distribution on one of our clips is like 11 million. You couldn't get anywhere near that now. Couldn't get it because they shut it down. They stopped it. They squeezed it all off.
Well, with our independent fact checker.
Yeah, with the
my way of governance.
Misinformation and disinformation. And if it's important information, we have to determine, well, somebody, not us, but somebody else determines whether it's misinformation or disinformation. Right. All right, let's see what else he had to say here.
Distribution is decreased.
It got shared.
How does that work?
It basically, the ranking in newsfeed was a little bit less. So
a little bit less.
People saw it than would have otherwise. So it definitely...
By what percentage?
Definitely.
I don't know.
By what percentage? Great question.
It's meaningful.
I don't
know.
But
basically...
it's meaningful.
I don't know.
That's a meaningful statement. That he admitted it's meaningful.
I don't know the exact numbers.
I don't know. 90%. I don't know. 95. I know it's meaningful. It's a little bit. We slow it down a little bit.
We didn't completely ban it.
No, we didn't stop it. That's what Twitter does. We just shut it down 95%. So rather than getting 1 million views, they got 10,000 views.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Right. I know.
And that's not even worth doing, really. In the scope of what we do.
Right.
So that's why when you go to my Facebook page, I think the last thing I Facebooked about was something from Hillary Clinton in 2017. It's been a while.
Yeah, the Blaze.
It's been a while.
The Blaze,
but the Blaze
stuff all
does.
the time.
Yeah. But here's what else.
Some of those videos may have limited distribution.
May. It's meaningful. Okay, it's meaningful.
On the limit.
Yeah.